Hello tubers, Mezcal here. If you watched the last video about my battery alternator trouble, you'll know what's happening here. Today we're going to have a look at that, probably pull it out. It'll be the easiest way to deal with it. Just going to clean off this plug here so I can... Plugs always come off easier when they're clean. Little bits of grit and crap in them. This stuff's fairly benign, it'll evaporate away to nothing. Zoom in on that so you can see how well it cleans. So from what I can tell from the video I was just watching, this will just pry off this cover. He didn't actually show it. That's a 10mm. So this cable has a plastic clip holding it into the alternator. That'll be one of those expanded clips. Pretty easy to break. Basically gonna get behind it and just pop it off with a screwdriver. Since the whole thing's got to come out, I'll undo this. There's tensioner down there, and I'll get everything loose, get the belt off, and get this out so that I can get to the back of that and have a good look at that plug. I still haven't got that little rubber connector. It's really strong, it's like a nylon or something. There's like a zip tie connection on there. It'll probably be easier to undo the zip tie, otherwise I might destroy that. So we're underneath looking up now. There's the tensioner. Looks like a 10mm, 10 or a 12, probably a 12. Down from the top here, it's definitely a 12. If you're looking up from the bottom here, it's a little bit hard to see, but there's that. I'll just use fingers as pointers. That bolt that runs across there comes onto an angled bolt, so this here sets your tension. I'm going to have to back that one off. Hope she's going the right way. Yeah, things looking loose there. You can test the belt from down the bottom here. Yeah, it's getting looser. Okay, we'll keep doing that. Still loosening that tensioning mechanism. That's it. See that nut, that bolt head hanging out. This one, I'm going to push that back. It drops that mechanism out. There's tensioner. So now that's just freely hanging on that one bolt. So once we take that out, that'll drop away. It's going to be two hands situation here. I don't know if I'll be able to video this last bit where I'm dropping it out. Maybe I can rest it up here. Stop looking down. That could work for us. Fingers crossed this goes nicely. There's my 14. I love these little ratcheting spanners. They're a great time saver, especially in tight spots. Okay, it is free. supposedly. Gotcha, bastard. Just going to give it a little gentle tapping, tapping. Having a bit of a struggle here. I'm going to put some inox on it to loosen up things. This is an excellent product for compatibility with plastics. Come on, you bastard. There can't be any science about it. It's just bloody clipped in there and full of crap and sand and shit. Oh, come on. Sorry I missed that, but I basically had to get at the back of it here. There's a little catch. You can get a screwdriver under, which allowed me to lever from the back side of that while pushing the button. It was it was in a long way, and it's nice to see it out. So let's give it a good clean while it's now out. This circuit board cleaner stuff really gets all the grease, and oils and dust. It doesn't leave anything behind. Now the clip, and I can have that out and have a look at it. Unfortunately, yanking on that has broken the zip tie side of it. Now that it's out, we can take these off and get in there and see what the brushes look like. If it is, the brushes are gone, then that's going to be an easy fix. Hopefully it's not a diode or anything else. Looks a bit grubby in there. They're 8mm screws, nuts. I don't know if I've got to loosen this side nut here to get that tin plate off, but that tin plate has a U-cut there, so that slides over. So if I think I just missed a bit there. I had to undo that one, loosen that right off, and there was an earthing plate that went across there. That had to come off. So from a video I was watching on YouTube, these screws, I've already cracked them. I needed 2 hands to do that, but these screws here reveal the brushes. So this little housing here, this thing here, is holding the brushes. Let's see what we got. This is an original Toyota Denso, which means there seems to be a lot of stuff on this vehicle that needs replacing and it's never been done. So here we are looking at the brushes, and there's no spring tension left in that on this one on the top side, but the bottom one still has spring tension. So I would say the brushes is going to fix it. What does the commutator look like? What is that shit? Feels okay on the bearing. I'm going to go and watch a video and see what that should look like. I've got a feeling it shouldn't be as worn down as it is in that crack. Well, I have some brushes, but this looks like a non-serviceable brush assembly. I would say this was like injection molded and put together and is not designed to be replaced. I got some brushes yesterday and I was going to just replace that, which I've done in the past with other alternators. But looking at the commutator, it's really badly worn. It's probably best off I just price a new alternator and go with that. Now, it's hard to know if anything's ever been done with this. This vehicle's got a lot of Ks on it. It's up over 300,000 kilometres. This being a genuine Toyota, I'd say it's probably never had anything done to it. There's a chance it might have had a replacement one of these. I can see some really bodgy, if you're looking at the plug end, it looks like somebody's tried to bash it in with the bloody plug around the wrong way. Because look at the damage. 3 pins in a row. Look at the damage underneath where the pins should actually be connecting. So somebody's had this alternator off at some point. Yeah. When I replaced the timing belt, I just left it hanging. So yeah, I've never had this connector undone. We're on Timmy the Toolman's video here, looking at the maintenance that he's doing on his alternator on a 4Runner. Okay, so thanks to Timmy the Toolman, great video there, mate. Very thorough. That has shown me that my commutator is worn to the point that I should be looking for a new one. So it's time to. So the local parts suppliers have quoted me somewhere around 340 from Autobarn, and I think 390 from Repco. I just rang up a mechanic, mate, and he's going to see what the trade prices are, and hopefully we get a better deal there. At any rate, I'm going to have to go driving to pick it up because they don't have it in stock at my local. Here's the new one. Yep, should be a direct replacement. Looks good. I will be able to use that little clip there. I'll just cut that off, push a zip tie through it like that, and that should do the same job. The first bolt that I want to put in is this one that will hang the alternator through that connector there. Okay, fits nicely. Nice tapered end on that, makes it easy to line this thing up. There we go. It's a 14. What have I done there? Alright. Really sitting high over there. That's got it. Okay. From the bottom to put this in. Looking up from the bottom here, you can see on that bracket, U shape there, will allow you to slot it in. So basically, that's going to come through. Right there, I can see that there. It's going to come through there. And then that'll slide up over that U-shaped bracket when the tension's applied. I don't know if I can do it from down here laying down. Oh yeah, might be able to one-hand it. I'm gonna have to undo that a bit to give me some room to throw it over that U-shape. Okay. There we go. It's sitting in the right spot. So we can wind that up now. That'll put tension on the belt. And once that's at the right tension, we'll put that nut on and tighten the top one. Now I can't find the bloody nut that goes on that tensioner. Well, let's do the things I can do. That'll go on there. That'll bolt into there. I'll push in there. Nice click. Okay. So there's the zip tie I'm going to wrap around. Let's put that nut on. I know where that one is. Looks like the kind of thing you want to hold this in position while tightening, because tightening it's going to make it come up around here. Okay, that's nice and tight. Bring up that zip tie. So now I can put that little cover back on. So I'm still looking for that 12mm nut, and I reviewed the footage and I put it here somewhere. So it's fallen down and it must be stuck somewhere in the engine bay. At this point I'd be happy for any 12mm just to get the job done. One under there. One under there. Maybe it went in there. I've completely given up looking for that nut. So we're going to raid this old Nissan here. Come up with my 12mm spanner. Where's the thing that holds the bonnet up? Bonnet catch. Oh, even that's been raided. Okay. Looks like this has been holding up the bonnet when people want to raid this car. Seems legit. And failed us, but the little old Ford here had on the battery clamp there's a 14 which has the right thread. Oh, get on there. So now it's just a matter of tightening everything up, getting the tension right on the belt, putting the battery back in and testing it with a multimeter to make sure we're getting a charging voltage. Feels good. Let's tighten up this and the other 14 on the bottom, which is the one that I replaced off the old Ford. And we're nearly ready to test. I'd actually prefer that they're all 14s rather than having mixed match where there was a 12mm down here. There's 14s elsewhere on it. So nice to, you know, have all the same. So that when you have to do something, you're not swapping and changing between spanners. Okay. Up the top here. Okay. Looks good. Time to put the battery in. Okay, so I've just checked the battery voltage. It's at 13.6. was deeply discharged last night. It ended on about 8 volts before it got pulled out of the car and brought home and shoved on the charger. So I was a bit worried about it, but it seems to be showing what I would say is good voltage. So fingers crossed this battery that was only bought 6 months ago isn't a dead battery now, because anytime a battery goes under 10.8 volts, you're in the voltage sulfation zone and bad stuff happens. Get that little hook under that thing there, tighten that up and start the motor. This doesn't look real good. I'm at 12.3. I got the headlights on to put a load on the battery. I'm not seeing alternator voltages. Check the alternator fuse there. So now I guess I'm just checking fuses under the dash. So I'm not sure if it was a case of the belt was actually slipping on the pulley, because after running it for a bit I realised that the belt was extremely loose. In any case, it's charging. It's a good voltage. It should top out at 14.4. I can hear the engine is loaded. I don't know if the computer needed a reset or what needed happening, but at any rate, it's working. It's fixed. Happy days. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment if you've seen anything that you think could be done quicker, or you've got some ideas, or you found this helpful. That would be appreciated. And yeah, thanks for watching. Just pull on it till it pops out. Come on. Come on. Far out. How? Make some phone calls. Oh look, we videoed all of that. That's where you trip over because your workspace isn't clean. Yeah, freaking way.